What up, humans? Kurumi here, and welcome to the Mobile Legends Bootcamp. In this video, we are going to talk about the fighter, Thamuz. Thamuz has crowd control, buff, slow blink, and regeneration skills. Our Lord Lava, Thamuz, is a fighter hero. I consider Thamuz as a durable fighter, since his ultimate skill makes him durable. Not only that, he is really mobile because of his first and second skill. Now, let me share some tips and tricks on how to use Thamuz based on my experience. I will also teach you some combos and techniques on the latter part of this bootcamp. But before that, let me explain his skills one by one for further understanding. Thamuz's passive, Grand Lord Lava, inflicts the enemy with Scorch effect. This effect deals physical damage over time. When the enemy moves while inflicted with this, he will receive a certain damage. His passive grants him extra movement speed when the scythes are not with Thamuz. His scythes are launched upon using his first skill. Upon retrieving the scythes, his next basic attack is buffed. It will deal extra damage and it will slow the enemy. Not only that, a gush of lava will also be generated on the target's area. The lava will explode after a few moments, which will also deal a certain amount of damage. Thamuz's first skill, Slaughter's Scythes, lets him toss his scythes to a designated direction. After traveling for a certain distance or hitting an enemy, they will deal physical damage. The scythes will also slow the enemies nearby, and will deal continuous physical damage every 0.5 seconds. After a while, the scythes will return to Thamuz, pulling enemies on the path of its return. In addition, he can manually retrieve the scythes by moving to its location. This will reduce the cooldown of the first skill. Please note that you can only be apart from your scythes for a certain distance. When that distance is reached or exceeded, the scythes will return to Thamuz. His second skill, Chasm Leap, lets him jump to a designated area. The enemies in the area will receive physical damage and will also be slowed. Using his second skill will make the scythes return to Thamuz. Thamuz's ultimate skill, Cauterin Inferno, deals physical damage to enemies nearby him. The area created by this skill lasts for a certain period of time. The area also deals continuous damage for 0.5 seconds. Thamuz recovers a percentage of his health for every basic attack he deals. He also recovers a percentage of his health when dealing damage with his scythe. He also gains additional attack speed when the skill is activated. There are so many items that you can buy for Thamuz. You can either focus on damage items or items that gives you high durability. For me, I choose to buy items that grants attack speed, lifesteal, and damage. As for starting item, you can consider buying Hunter's Knife. This can grant you additional experience from jungle monsters. It also gives you additional damage dealt to monsters. You can sell this item on the latter part of the game. In my opinion, you can consider buying Swift Boots for Thamuz. Swift Boots grants him additional attack speed and movement speed. Having additional attack speed will make Thamuz attack more. This will help him regenerate more health points while using his ultimate skill. Buying attack items, such as Endless Battle, can boost your damage effectively. This item gives you additional physical attack, health, mana regen, lifesteal, movement speed, and cooldown reduction. Its unique passive grants you additional true damage on your next basic attack after using a skill. Triggering the passive of this skill also grants you additional movement speed. Given that his first skill has low cooldown when the scythes are retrieved, this item is the best pick for Thamuz. I can also suggest items, such as Corrosion Scythe, to slow down your target. This grants additional physical attack, movement speed, and attack speed. Each basic attack to an enemy gives you a 50% chance on slowing them by 40%. It also grants additional 8% attack speed per hit, which stacks up to 5 times. This is pretty good with your ultimate skill to make you regenerate more health. This is also helpful in terms of chasing enemies down with your scythes. Buying attack items, such as Demon Hunter Sword, can boost your damage massively. This item gives you additional physical attack and attack speed. Its unique passive deals 10% of target's current HP as additional physical damage. Again, attack speed will boost your regeneration on your ultimate skill. You might want to consider Oracle. Oracle grants Thauma's additional regeneration effects. This will greatly boost his ultimate skill's regeneration effect. Buying defense items, such as Wings of the Apocalypse Queen, should be also considered. This item increases his physical attack, health points, and cooldown reduction. Its unique passive reduces the damage taken by 50% when your health is less than 40%, and increases your lifesteal by 30%. The unique passive of this item, along with his ultimate skill, will reduce a lot of the enemy's damage. The effect lasts for a few seconds. This effect has a cooldown of almost a minute. The items build for Thaumas really depends on the enemy's lineup. So make sure to read each item's description so you can adapt in-game. One of the best spells to be used on Thaumas is Petrify. Being on the middle of the team fight as a fighter, he can use this to disable enemies for a few moments. This can be used to disable enemies, making them feel the wrath of your hotness. Petrify also deals a small amount of damage. You can also use Inspire to gain additional attack speed. More attack speed means more regeneration from your ultimate skill while dealing basic attack. In my opinion, the best emblem set to be used is the Custom Assassin Emblem set. Custom Assassin Emblem could provide extra stats according to your needs as a fighter. Set agility to its max level because it can give you extra move speed. Higher move speed will give you higher mobility to either escape or chase enemies. Setting invasion to max level will provide additional physical penetration on your skills. Higher physical penetration deals more physical damage to enemies. That means your skills and basic attacks will be more explosive during team fights. Get Bounty Hunter to gain extra gold upon killing an enemy. Thaumas can basically kill easily with his skills. With Bounty Hunter, he can easily gain additional gold. For me, it's the best thing to get since Thaumas can kill enemies easily, which will make him richer. Set Slaughter's Scythes to max level first. Prioritizing this makes the base damage higher and its continuous damage as well. That means you can deal more damage with this skill. Prioritize Chasm Leap less since his first skill is what you need for damage dealing. Always upgrade his ultimate skill when available for upgrading. With Thaumas, jungling on the new meta won't be a challenge. When jungling with Thaumas, I use my first skill towards the enemy. Then I pick up the scythes as soon as possible. This way, I can deal lots of damage and continuous damage as well. Repeat that again and again until the monster is dead. With this crazy cooldown, you can disregard using even retribution. Make sure to aim your first skill properly. Your first skill will only damage the enemies hit by the scythes. It will also stop when an enemy is hit. So make sure to aim at the location where you think the enemy will be at. Your first skill slows an enemy down. You can use it to slow down enemies and escape death. Or you can use it to slow down enemies and chase them to death. In terms of chasing down enemies to death, I usually follow a combo for Thaumas. First, I usually throw the scythes to the direction of the enemy. That way, I can slow them down when they are hit by the scythes. Then, I usually fetch the scythes along the way. Picking it up will give me a boost on my next basic attack. Then I either use my second skill, or do a basic attack, whichever is available first. Then, I just repeat it again and use first skill, pick the scythes up, then hit the enemy, until the enemy is dead. In terms of teamfight, I usually follow the same combo. I throw the scythes towards the location where most of the enemies are at. Then, I leap inside using my second skill. That way, my first skill will have its cooldown on reset. Then, I deal a basic attack which was boosted by picking the scythes. Now, I use my ultimate skill to ensure higher damage output and survival. I now deal basic attacks to regenerate some health. Then I just throw the scythes again and pick it up as soon as possible. This way, I can deal lots of boosted attacks which will help me survive as well, because I have lifesteal items. You can use your first and second skill to deal a combo to pull the enemies toward you. Just release the scythes to the enemy. In case you miss the enemy, it's fine. Now, use your second skill towards the location where you anticipate the enemy would be in a while. At this moment, you now have the scythes and have your attack boosted. You also now have a fewer cooldown for the first skill, so you can use it again. When using your ultimate, make sure you hit lots of enemies while it is active. Dealing basic attacks while it is active will regenerate lots of health points for Thamas. With lifesteal and attack speed items, this will make Thamas durable during team fights. You can take down even against 3 enemies as long as they do not disable you hard. Along with Inspire, this will greatly give you lots of regenerated health points from basic attacks. Additional tip, you can use your first skill to boost your move speed. This can help you while traveling to your designated location. Just make sure to launch it ahead of you and not behind you. This is to ensure that the scythes won't return to you faster. The tips I mentioned are just some of the ways you can use Thamas. This video just guides you on how to use Thamas the Kurumi way. So, once again, this is Kurumi and that's how you use Thamas. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like and share this video. Also subscribe to my channel for more contents by clicking on the subscribe button below. For our skin giveaway events, check out the featured video on our channel for the mechanics. See you on the next Mobile Legends Bootcamp. Cheers.
Victory!